Hey, my name is Alvin and I love chocolate chip cookies.
Hi, my name is Anya and this is my first time baking cookies.
I think chocolate chip cookies are some of the world's greatest pleasures.
Also, I'm not a big fan of long intros.
Chewy on the inside with large pockets of chocolate.
So, let's speed it up a bit.
Maybe you only got 2 minutes and you want to make a cookie?
Great, let's prepare the ingredients. By the way, where are they? On the website, split across 3 different pages. At least they don't make you read their whole life story before the recipe. But anyway, to make it easier, all the ingredients are on screen and in the description. Butter, Spanish sugar without the S, a surprise attack from the back, vanilla, 2 tablespoons of eggs. Who even measures eggs with tablespoons? Maybe it's a typo? I'll just take 2 eggs. Flour, salt that's been through a lot, chocolate chips, and milk to drink with all this.
We're gonna take some softened butter, kind of get it in here.
We take butter that had time to soften.
This is more about those times you get just cravings and you don't want like 10 cookies, but you just want something sweet that'll hit those spots.
Mash it with a spoon. No, you are not allowed in here.
In some brown sugar.
Add sugar.
Mix this until it's essentially a smooth paste.
Try to mix it well, close enough.
You're gonna take your egg and your vanilla and just kind of go in. It's essentially the same steps as making a normal chocolate chip cookie.
Maybe then you should just make some normal cookies. Trying to crack the egg. Trying again. Yes. Mixing. Adding vanilla.
I didn't say this was gonna be the easiest thing to make, but it beats having to whisk a whole giant bowl of this stuff.
I wouldn't say it's hard. Wait, why did I get a soup? Should I beat it harder? Something is definitely wrong. Let's add more sugar. Still not right. Okay, I'll just go with the flow.
After that, flour. No matter how many times I make chocolate chip cookies, I always end up spilling.
That's why I use a tall mug. Exactly 6 spoons. I'm starting to think they really meant 2 tablespoons of egg because the texture is still not right.
Go in with some salt and some chocolate chips.
Adding salt, chocolate chips.
It looks like chocolate chip cookie dough. That's because it is.
This does not look like cookie dough, and it probably isn't.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. It tastes like sugar and butter.
You want a plate that is pretty large, like a normal dinner plate, some parchment as well, because the parchment is gonna help prevent the cookie from sticking.
Well, this part I can't mess up.
And we're gonna scoop a nice big scoop of cookie dough because, man, this stuff's good. All right, kind of like that.
We take a big spoon of our soup. All the chocolate chips are probably at the bottom.
The top with a little bit more chocolate. And the key here is to actually clump them together. When it starts to cook, and you'll see this, it'll start to spread.
It can spread more than this, so I just sprinkle it evenly.
This is gonna go in for about 1 minute and 30 seconds, and we're gonna see how it goes.
Microwave for 1.5 minutes.
Pretty nice. He looks like a nice old chocolate chip cookie, you know.
Oh my god. It spread even more. Let me try to say it. Let me try to save it. There's already too much sugar, so I let flour. This looks much better. A plate, a piece of paper. Looks not bad. Attempt number 2.
This is your 2-minute cookie, which is done in the microwave, which I think is pretty awesome. All right, let's see what we got. It's nice and soft. Good chocolate distribution.
It's actually pretty soft.
For a microwave cookie, it's better than you think.
For a microwave cookie, it doesn't really look like a cookie. It's more like a flat cake. Wait a minute. That's right. I hate wasting ingredients, so I'll try to save it. Adding baking powder, mixing, and moving it into a smaller bowl, so the cake will be taller. 10 minutes in the oven at 200 degrees. A bit of milk, really a bit much better. And the moment of truth. It looks pretty good. The cookie is not really a cookie, but the cake is great.
All right, on to the 2-hour cookie.
The ingredients are almost the same, only the proportions are different. I have enough sugar from the last cake, so I'll use half as much of everything.
I'm gonna start with some normal white sugar,
White sugar,
light brown sugar,
our amigo azúcar,
and a good amount of salt.
and a decent amount of salt.
Delicious golden melted butter. Oh yeah.
Almost melted butter. I ask my husband to melt it and pour it carefully.
Making cookies is not the easiest thing in the world, but in the end, I think it's all worth it.
At least if they work out.
And with your liquids, got 2 old eggs,
My eggs are very young,
and then really good vanilla extract.
so I'll balance it with just normal vanilla extract.
Keep on going until it's at that stage where you can tell that it's like really whipped.
Okay, I've been mixing for 10 minutes, but I got soup again.
All right, that is beautiful.
I'm starting to think this is a prank because my mix didn't whip. Again,
Got some flour and some baking soda.
flour.
We're just going to slowly fold.
Sadly, there's nothing to fold because it's still a soup. Almost forgot the baking powder. I'll add more flour just in case. Okay, it got a bit thicker. Now it's something.
Moment of silence, please.
I'll just add the chips.
Beautiful chocolate chunks just swimming and incorporating.
And in my case, they really float. Maybe if I chill it, it will be better. So we'll come back to this cookie in a few hours. Last recipe with caramel. Maybe before I messed up the rashes, so now I'll prep everything in advance and follow the recipe exactly. First, everything for the caramel. 6 tablespoons of butter, not a gram more, 3/4 of a cup of sugar, 1 teaspoon of salt, a stove, a pot,
A lot of butter into this pan.
our butter, pre-measured,
After the butter is going in, you actually want to also add in light brown sugar and a good amount of salt.
sugar and salt. Oops. Stir very well, at least the caramel should work.
The butter and the sugar are coming together pretty nicely. Beautiful dark golden brown ribbons happening right now. That's at 290.
Finally, it looks just like in the video. 290 degrees of freedom. Pour it on the tray, spread it as best as I can,
Put it in the freezer as soon as you can.
put it in the freezer. Oh, so hot. Please, try not to burn yourself.
All right, while the toffee cools, we're gonna make some brown butter.
Again, exactly by the recipe. 225 grams of butter, 4 ice cubes, 480 grams of sugar. I'll use only brown sugar, 2 teaspoons of espresso for extra brownness, 2 teaspoons of salt, half a teaspoon of baking soda, 2 eggs, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, 2.5 cups of flour, and we'll also need chocolate, but I'll add it later.
First thing you start with is a lot of butter.
Drop the butter in the pot.
So butter is made of water, of milk solids, and butter fat. When making brown butter, the water kind of melts off and evaporates, and that leaves the milk solids behind to turn golden brown.
Remember, you must stir it all the time until brown bits appear on the bottom, or it will explode. Oh, it's done.
This is really hot, so if you try to put this and make cookies right now, it would like burn all the sugar, cook the egg, cook the flour. So there's a couple of interesting solutions, and one of them I read online in a lot of blogs is that they use ice cubes. You want to go really slow and add 1 ice cube in at a time.
Pour it into a cup so we don't have to cool the whole pot. Add ice,
Dark brown sugar, I think there's a lot of flavor in here. Good old white sugar. A lot of salt actually, I think that's one of the secrets. Baking soda and some espresso powder.
Woo! Luckily, I prepared everything, so I just empty the cups into the bowl.
This is going to be pretty dark compared to the other ones that we've done before, but I think color is flavor.
At this point, I don't care about the color. The texture is the only thing that matters.
4 eggs go in.
2 eggs, because that's what the website says.
You really want to beat it until smooth, dissolved mixture of almost like a ribbon-like consistency.
No ribbons here, but I think I mix it well.
All right, dump in the flour.
Add flour, mix gently, looks okay.
And we're just gonna go in pretty large chunks.
Break the chocolate and into the dough.
They go into here. Nice little Ziploc bag. Squeeze out a good amount of the air.
I don't have that kind of bag, so I break the caramel however I can. Adding it into the mix.
Let's get some gloves on.
I'm not sure about gloves, I'm just fine with my spatula.
Pretty generous amount, almost the size of a tennis ball, but you're gonna spend 2 days. Might as well make it a little bit bigger. Probably wondering by now, hey, why is this gonna take 2 days? Why not just like, put it in the fridge and just chill it until it's ready to go? Well, I actually worked at a bakery before. Their chocolate chip cookies were the best I've ever had. The reason why they were so good was because the owner always rested it for at least 36 hours.
Are you serious?
In another video, they said you don't have to rest the dough, and the comments don't all agree either. So let's test it. My second cookie dough is already cold, so I'll bake both now and then after chilling to see if there's any real difference. 3 balls of the hard dough and a couple of the soft one into the oven, 200 degrees with fan for 10 minutes.
Hey. So these are the finished product. What a 2-day cookie looks like, straight from the oven.
Here's what today's cookies look like. Slightly smoked. Right now they're very soft, so I'll speed up the cooling. And the moment of truth. Let's start with the recipe number 2. Smells very nice, tastes nice too, and the texture is good. Crispy outside, but to be honest, not very gooey inside, just soft. Maybe higher temperature would make it more interesting. Now the last cookie. The texture is the same. The taste is a bit more interesting because of the brown butter and espresso. If I had to choose, this one is better, not by much, but those 5 minutes that we spent on the butter were worth it. Now the dough rested, not for just 36 hours, but full 2 days. The caramel didn't behave well though. It melted and looks meh. This time I even bought flaky salt. Edges are crispy and the center is gooey. That's it. The taste didn't change at all. So the verdict. Cookie number 1. Only good as a cake. Otherwise, not tasty and not very practical. 3 out of 10. If you want simple cookies, make a big batch of the second one and bake it right away. Then freeze the rest and it will last you a couple of weeks. 8 out of 10. Cookie number 3 is good, but only because of espresso and brown butter. The caramel is crunchy and nice, but it melts and ruins the look. Plus, waiting a whole day is a bit too much. So 6 out of 10. But if you remove the caramel and skip the resting time, it's a perfect recipe. 9 out of 10 or even 10 out of 10. That's all. See ya!